Hello peeps, it's the Hillbilly Halfwit, going to tell you a funny story. And I've come to the conclusion now I need to tell these stories when they come into my head because sometimes they go back out again. So this was one about an ostrich and an ostrich egg. I swear to you this happened, and this was when I was working on the buildings. Now there's a farm round here. Used to have ostriches. I don't know, do they still have them or not? It's quite a big farm now, but at the time, he was just starting up doing the incinerating business and that sort of thing. And we went to move one shed from his other location to this new location. So we had to cut it off at the floor and remove it from there. And I got to say, what a lovely guy. When I was younger, a real little nipper, my mother used to clean in the pub they own in Raider, and I used to go around there with his dad, and I was going around on a small little tractor around the pub. The Lion, it's called. And really nice family, I always remember the family. And out of all the places that I did work for, around that time putting buildings up, some of them were multi-million-dollar places we used to put buildings up, really rich families. This guy was the only one that gave me and my mate a tip. And he didn't have a lot on him then, fair play. So a lot of time for the chap. I got a lot of time, and his family. And I think his daughter watches the channel as well. So what happened? Anyway, we were taking this building down and we were having a bit of trouble. We did think originally we was going to pull the steels out of the ground, but it wasn't happening because there were such big lumps of concrete on the bottom. We got both the forks underneath these things and they would not come out. We couldn't break them off, so in the end we had to cut them off. So we were struggling with one of these balls of concrete, and we just looked in the field, and I think there was 2 ostriches, maybe 3, I can't remember now, because they were in this shed originally. And we went towards the gate now to look at these ostriches, and they were at the far end of the field, and about maybe 30 yards into the field, there was a huge ostrich egg. And I said to my boss, I said, there's an ostrich egg there, look. And he goes, oh yeah, I can see that. We were just chatting away. And I don't know what the hell came into our heads. Well, let's go and have a look. Because it was huge thing, like. So we've gone over the gate. Remember, this is only 30 yards from the gate. And these ostriches were, God, maybe 300 yards away at the far end of the field. So we got over the gate, we walked to this egg, and just as we were getting towards this egg, we realised it was a rubber egg or a plastic egg, and I just happened to look up, and this fucking ostrich, this big old male ostrich, started running towards us. And we looked at each other and thought, holy, we got to get from here. So we turned around and we ran flat out towards the gate. By the time we got on top of the gate, that ostrich was on us. And he nearly had the both of us. And they're big things, if you haven't seen them. They are big, big things. Oh, we were laughing about this thing, but I was amazed by how much ground this thing covered. It was in such a quick time. And like I said, with their necks, they're way up here and big things. And we were talking to the chap I was talking to who owned the place then after. He said what happened. And he said, yeah, we put that one out to encourage them to lay. And they're very protective. And he said, only last week, that big male ostrich there had me in the corner of the barn with this is his actual words, he had his wings around me like Batman, kicking the hell out of me. And they got such powerful kick. He kicked a hinge off, welded onto an RSJ. These things are not to be messed with. These things are not to be messed with. So that was Gazza's tale of being chased by a massive male ostrich. Somebody said about writing a book. I did start ages ago because I get so many tales like this. Lots of people don't think they're true. They're perfectly true. We just used to get in some mad situations. And God, that was good fun. And I tell you, I always remember that because the guy I was saying that there originally, I've known their family since I was young. My dad actually brought his mother to Raider originally, and before they got married to, before she got married to his mother, because my dad just picked up this lady who was wanting a lift and brought her to Raider, and then all these years later, they're still in the Lion, and a brilliant pub. I really like him a lot, and like I said, he was one of the only people that ever gave me and my mate who was working all the time really hard a tip. And remember that. Lots of rich people can't be asked, but the guy who didn't have a lot at that time went out of his way to give us 20 quid a piece, which I always thought a lot of, and I still do to this day. So there we are. So please comment, rate and subscribe, and click that subscribe button down there. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me out. Okay, more of Gaz's daft fun. Ta-da.